So wait, so how many fish did you say you caught?
Oh, it's this garbage. You didn't hear about that? I caught 7 fish, guys.
And it was your first time fishing?
Yeah, it was my first time fishing.
I was not prepared for that.
Yeah, you was.
7 fish. Seven
Yeah.
fish. First time. What kind of fish were they?
Bass.
Bass. Yeah, I know it. I said first.
Are you gonna cook them?
We
Are
already
you-
cooked them. We already cooked them.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh sure.
Yeah, I'll please. Yeah.
Wait, so you went fishing and you tried gum for the first time?
Yes.
So what do you think?
Yep.
How do you
that's
like
why I'm
gum?
gonna go get some.
How do you like gum?
How did
I like
it feel?
Well,
Good.
Okay. So welcome back, y'all. You gonna do your part? Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we are reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 4, Episode 15. D, I'm not gonna do your part. Come on and do it for me. You had to go bite some more of that fish you caught.
I mean,
Now that's on the Bonus Guys our channel.
all right.
So we got Tisha, Kimmy, and Tim, and I'm gonna say Tiffany. They go out to do some rock climbing. Kimmy is terrified. She's afraid of rocks. I've never
I think I'm
done
gonna
that.
try that.
You
I
haven't
think
done
I'm-
it yet?
No, and I'm like, I live in Whoville. I know there's somewhere dope to go.
I just feel like my feet is too big for them little spots. Like I'm a size 10. I don't think that's a size 10 activity. I don't know. But guys do it. So maybe
You just
You know,
think I can do that thing. I want to try it.
I'll do it. I'm not afraid of heights. Kimmy was afraid of heights. She let us
Yeah.
know. So that was a little terrifying
That
for
feels
her.
different though, because I'm afraid of frogs, and it just feels different. It just does something to your body, that fear that I feel
You
like
said
the
frogs.
older I get, the worse I am about frogs.
Yeah, I don't
it's-
like frogs and I don't like snakes.
I don't like snakes, but they don't have the same effect on me.
So anyway, afterwards, they talk about the guy's ATL trip and the rage room. And Mr. Winslow raging about sex. And Kimmy's like, look here, that's his truth. That's his truth. Whatever he say, that's his truth. I guess,
You're
child.
always trying to. Okay, Kimmy.
Stick up for the guys. See the other side.
Yeah, you always try to make it like not what it is.
Right, right.
'Cause I feel like Winslow, if you need sex that bad, like that much, then you need to seek therapy.
Because it's not like he's not getting it. So
You're
maybe you
getting
do
it.
have some kind of sex addiction, like a Usher or something going on,
I'm
something
just
deeper.
saying. And Maurice too.
But you
we'll
say
do
you
that.
getting it. She say you getting it. So
Winslow don't even stretch down to the batting cage. Like how much, what does that look like? She got to give you sex and do all the work? Because I don't see you doing much, Winslow. What is it that you want? Winslow, Whitlow, whatever the hell his name is. I'm sick of these niggas. This episode had me like, throw all of these niggas out. Start all over. All of them.
So Tisha invites them to the couple retreat, okay? Tiffany just happy to be included, okay? Tisha made a comment. Out of the group, we the couples. Stormy a couple, why y'all invite Stormy?
Because she ain't going. Would you want to go? I was just thinking about that as you were saying it, and I'm like, couples retreat. I'm not opposed to going to a couples retreat. I don't want to go with all my friends. Like if I got to vent out my personal business, then it's gonna be to some strangers that you know what I'm saying? Like I think you letting your friend group in quite a bit at a couples retreat
That's
together.
a lot.
That's a lot.
Especially with this group, because they
This
go
group
back
of
and use it
friends.
against you.
Yeah, nah.
But Kimmy say she cool with going and whatnot because the last time Maurice talked to Dr. Francis, she got a honeymoon out of the trip. So she thought Maurice was gonna be cool with it, but I go, okay, we'll see. So Mel is picking out outfits with her mom for her host job for this new
Well, maybe he would have
amphitheater.
been cool with it, like had the picture not got leaked out and we didn't know who the fuck Maurice is, but now we see him, so he don't want to go.
She went all the way backwards. We on to Mel.
Just saying. It's a little bit delayed. You said Maurice didn't want to go. And I'm like, yeah, maybe he would have had that picture not leaked out. And now
Well,
Maurice.
we'll get on Maurice and them when we go to that scene. Let's jump on Mel.
Shit, I thought we was talking about Kim.
No, we on Mel. Mel picking out outfits with her mom for her little new hosting job at this new amphitheater. I know this part.
Every time they show Mel, she's doing her life. And every time they show somebody else, they're talking about Mel.
Well, she got this little amphitheater opening. Her mom says she wished the kids was there that weekend. But she said that they are not in that space between her and Martell, okay? Because there's no growth or maturity on Martell's side. And her mom was like, he got to find peace within himself. He's still struggling from what he created. He's very much struggling.
Yeah.
He's very much struggling from what he created. So.
And this is the thing, like when Mel, because everybody keeps saying she could have took them kids to the thing because it was the book signing and it was their thing. But at this particular moment, she has cut this nigga off. We do not communicate beyond. We keep because he don't know boundaries. So that's why they didn't go. It wasn't because she was trying to. And then Martell is full of shit. He's selling wine. He's writing books. He's full of shit. Why should she? You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
I just feel like with that situation, Martell told her at the last minute, and she already had plans made.
And they weren't in that space. They weren't in that space where, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, because it was real fresh still, I feel like he was still trying to do things. Like even the whole writing a children's book in the first place is like a way for him to keep her involved in whatever he got going on. Because he don't need her for the wine. They don't have to talk about that. That has nothing to do with the children.
Well, to me, with the whole thing with the book and the wine, it's something that somebody else was already doing. Marcona was doing the wine. Her mama was already doing the children's book.
The children's book, yeah.
So it's like nothing original. It's something that everybody else was already working on. And then he said, oh, I could do that too. I could do that too. I do a cookbook. I could do this, It's like he don't know. He's just throwing stuff out there. He really don't know what he wants to do.
And then on top of that, she knows it, and she's not stopping what she's doing to do nothing for Martell when he's still acting an asshole.
So speaking of Martell, he goes see Lewis.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Lewis at the spot letting out frustration, his sexual frustration, hitting the ball. There's nobody ever in Lewis spot. You notice that? Like, listen, is that a baddie place?
I saw 3 people. They look like old people, but that's it. Because I was like, that shit's always empty.
Yeah, it's
he
always
ain't doing shit in there.
Yeah, that's his business. The batting cage or something. I don't know. Martell talk about he gonna finally take that test in 2 weeks, y'all. 2 weeks. I mean, 2 weeks done passed, y'all. Do anybody know if he passed this test?
Didn't he say 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks ago when he was talking to Nika?
Well, you know what? This is all weird. This timeline.
I know before he went on that trip to Atlanta, he said it was going to be a few weeks before.
Yeah. So it was 2 weeks again. 2 weeks again.
Weeks.
I still ain't heard nobody announce that he got his builder's license.
If he passed the test, he would have posted that shit, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I think he would. I think he would be
I
very
saw a
proud.
picture of him in the shower. I didn't ask for it. It just popped up on my timeline. He wasn't holding no test results though.
Well, Lewis say, look here, he wasn't no good test taker in school either. So, you just got to do your thing. Do your thing, boy. Whitlow talks about his death in the family and how it was good to have Tiffany by his side while he was going through what he was going through. And at that point, Martell was like, I need a good woman. I miss my marriage. Winslow was like, what? He was like, I miss being married. No.
We heard what you said the first time. Your mind and your mouth wasn't communicating with each other. And so your mouth just sent it on out there.
Yep, he missed it. That's why we seen him acting a fool last year, worried about who she was dating and all of that nonsense and acting a fool.
And I mean, the glow up is she was already cute.
Yeah, she definitely is looking better.
Yeah.
Now he said he ready to get married, like now. But don't you got a baby mama, another girl, one that you left your wife for, the one
he said whoever he get married to is gonna be fitting for him and his children.
That's what he said.
And she be feeding her baby popsicles at 6:30 in the morning instead of
not only that. How was his kids with Mel and her is not going to, that's not going to mix. That's not going to be a good mix because baby girl already yelling at her, stay away from my daddy and all of that. So she already been feeling some kind of way towards this woman.
Well,
that's going to be an issue.
He called her a peasant and she got pregnant anyway.
Yeah. It's not going to be a good mix.
Acting like a peasant, doing lives at 6:30 in the morning, talking about.
And he said the person that he get with is gonna have to be beneficial for his 5. I got 5 kids, so he ain't saying for my other 4 kids and her. They got to be good for all 5 of my kids.
He needs to pick somebody better than you to take care of your child.
That's what he said. That's what he said. So then he go into this whole Mel ignoring him and he ain't trying to get her back. He just trying to co-parent. And this whole Melanie hurt is dark. He say this every time. Even Whitlow said, you done said that a couple times. He say this every time he gets on the screen.
How does she have a dark heart? She's not even talking to you.
That's what make it dark to him because she's ignoring him. He has this habit. He really wants people to, by you talking shit about Melanie does not make you look better though, Martell. Like we sat here and watched the whole situation.
Lewis got more and more uncomfortable. Like by the end of that conversation, he was just going like,
Yeah. We watched the whole thing. We know how everything went down. You're never going to look good in this relationship. What are you talking about?
All her friends.
Well, I'm not even gonna get on all that with the friends. I'm just saying your relationship with Mel, there's no way you're gonna look good.
No, not saying anything, not saying negative about it, but I'm just saying, like, even him bringing that up, her friends, they dump her, like, that's such a sophomoric conversation. What are we talking about here? She doesn't have any friends. What?
I can believe that Mel goes through a lot of friends because that seemed like her personality, but I don't feel like that was an issue when y'all was married. So don't bring that up now.
It seems like Mel ain't having no issues networking her way to whatever it is she's trying to get to.
But we ain't talking about networking. We talking about friends. So as far as the friends situation, I could see with her personality that she probably has gone through.
Wouldn't be somebody I would consider a friend.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like she,
as a public person, she's got a nice personality and she's very charismatic and all of that. It's very surface stuff, but who are your friends? The Scotts? Guess what? No, they're not.
They're not your friends either. And like I said, at the end of the day, none of that bothered you before when y'all were married. About her relationships with friends and all of that. And you probably messed up a lot of them relationships yourself because you probably was hitting on them. Or they were saying, your husband stepping out and she wasn't trying to hear that, like we heard with the whole Melnika situation.
Well, and she's got 5 kids and jobs and stuff. Like, do you really have time for like friends?
I do, but I make time. So, you know.
I don't usually.
we know. We
That's
know.
why I only have the same friends I've always had. Like, but I don't follow.
I don't have a lot of friends, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But the friends that I do have, I make time to try to keep in touch. And I mean, we ain't hanging out every day, that
Well,
type
that's
of
what I'm saying. Okay,
situation.
well,
But
yeah, for that, yeah. But there's a certain group of
yeah,
people that we make sure that we stay in contact with each other. And like you said, it ain't like a whole. It's a count on one hand type situation.
yeah.
As far as people that you're gonna let that close to you or that you've known for that many years.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, like, so what does that mean? It just seemed like a very juvenile thing to bring up. Is this your argument? Is this how
Well,
you're gonna make people
that's
not,
what
you're
he
gonna
do.
campaign to try to make him not like Mel? And this dude's like, I don't really wanna, she
But you
ain't
know,
doing nothing.
that's the thing that both of them do. You know, his whole thing is don't like Mel, and her whole thing is don't hang out with Martell. They both got to work on that because it ain't gonna change. We see Martell for what he is. We see Mel for what she is. You know what I'm saying? So y'all ain't got to do that. You really ain't got to do that. Like we see what
And
it is.
again, like I said, that's the space they were in that moment. So there isn't any like, he wants an agreement and all of that. You have one. It's a divorce. This is the
Yeah,
agreement.
that's what it is. You know. So my recent Kimmy.
Mm.
Child, she tell him about the invite, about this counseling trip they're going to, couple counseling or whatnot. And his response was, I thought I got out of this. You got out of what, sir? He said he was fixed the last time he saw Dr. Francis, so he didn't feel like he needed to do this
Is
again.
that how therapy works? I thought a therapist is somebody you reach out to when you're having a difficult time that you need to work through. I don't think you like get fixed when you go there. Just
He
go
thought
and you're fixed.
that lie that he told Kimmy, that's what he talking about. I thought I got out of it. He thought that whole little thing that the pictures and the linebackers and all of that, he thought he got all out of that, and there wasn't no need for this because he's perfect, Maurice. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, look here. Sometimes
He's a
people need
liar
a
is what he
recharge.
is, because if he would have just said he was there, then it would have been a big deal.
If he
You're
would
a
have
liar.
said I was, yeah, that's the whole thing. You
That's
lied
it.
and
You're
said you wasn't
you're a
even
bad
around the
liar.
girl.
You were a really bad liar.
Yeah, you could have just said, I've been around them, but I don't know that girl. Like I
Right.
said with her, but that was the whole thing. You said you ain't never been around the chick.
Right.
So she's like, sometimes people need to go and get a recharge. Clearly, it's something wrong with your marriage, boy, because she feel like y'all need this. And he said he don't feel like going taking on other people's problems.
Well, that's what I thought. That's why you don't go with your friends, because you're not invested in any of that shit. You go away with people that you don't care about their problems, or maybe y'all can relate on a level and be like, bye, nice to meet you. And
Right.
Not with your friends. That's too much.
Not with your brother. No. So he said, I guess in order for him to go, she has to approve to sex 2 times a day. Okay. And she's like, look, he wants it all the time. She say at 6 o'clock, he want it at 10 o'clock. He pulling down her pants again. And then he get mad when she ain't trying to do it again. Okay.
Remember when this nigga said he had sex with 6 different people in the same day?
That's what he said.
He also needs help. Like there's something wrong with you.
His response was, what day go by and you don't want to eat?
Yeah, no, that's stupid. See, that's what I'm saying. This is why he's not lawyering, because he's terrible. Like, your analogy is stupid, that you sound dumb.
Try. Well, look.
Send Monster back where you found him. Send Monster back to his mother before he starts taking on this ridiculous.
And then I bet you he really get mad. Like he didn't just get some 4 hours ago. He probably really walk around there, because when he get an attitude, he had nasty, as you can see. I bet you he show his ass around the house. Well, she said she agreed to committed to every day. Who doing that?
Why are you doing that? This isn't what that's about. Get help, Maurice. This is what, if we go to the vacation and we have a moment where we feel like getting it in, and yeah, we're gonna get it in. I'm not committing to none of that shit. Not once a day, not every other day, not twice a day, not none of that. I might get there and be mad the whole time.
Yeah, depending on how this thing goes.
How the therapy goes.
So he gets mad and he's walking around and he's like, my wife is unwilling to do something that may or may not make our marriage better. Guilt trip. He's trying to guilt trip her.
How's that gonna make our marriage better? Explain. You're a lawyer. You should know lots of words.
Well, he said it may or may not. So that was the play on words.
You may or may not be retarded, but we're not allowed to say that word. And so I probably won't say it again.
Okay. So Tiffany and Lewis, they talk about going on the trip, okay? But she let them know, look here, I got another engagement. I'm gonna be there for a couple of days, but we gotta leave. I gotta leave early. Now you're welcome to come with me, but I gotta go. Lewis wants Dr. Francis to help with his issue of not getting enough. And she said something, you know what? She needs to be mentally stimulated. And that's the thing that guys don't get. It's just because you want it, because that thing go up that the woman just supposed to be, okay, I'm ready. Let's get it. No, what you doing for?
And he's standing up there looking like Snuffleupagus. I mean,
because I'm just saying, when stuff ain't right at home, if I ain't saying this day issues or nothing, I'm just putting some out here. So if
I'm coming in the house and I'm already irritated, and you're not doing shit to make it better, and now you want me to bend over, nigga?
I've been telling you, because her thing is she want to travel. I've been telling you I need a vacation, and you ain't trying to do nothing about it, but I'm supposed to jump on it every night. That's the issue. We got to compromise. You know what I'm saying? If I come home and you think I'm gonna work all day and come home and cook dinner,
and he clearly doesn't. He stands at that batting thing with nobody there. He's done nothing all day.
Nothing. You ain't doing nothing to improve them looks, homeboy. You've been this the second season.
He's standing up there looking like, hey, bird.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
hello, Snuffy.
Come on now. You got to give us something to look at too, you know? It got to be something. It just don't, it's not automatic.
It's not even just that. Like, he a big dude, blah, blah, blah. But then you acting like you don't want to do nothing too, though. Like, you're not even that fun guy that, you know.
It don't sound like.
You don't do the lawn. I wish somebody would. Please call the landscaper, because that house is beautiful and the lawn is chewed up in the front yard.
She was on the lawnmower.
Cutting the grass.
Come on now.
I feel like I need therapy now.
It's too much, Winslow. It's too much. It's too much. Child teacher didn't trick Marceau into going to the counseling session. Like she did before.
Did she though? Because he's not gonna call Maurice.
Well, right, true. I didn't think about that. He gonna call him, but you know, she told him it's just a couple trip. So he like, oh, well, I could go down to the cigar shop and we can go shopping. She's like, no, it's my trip. We're not doing that. She
should have just ran with the lie. She should have been like,
if you want to. After we get done doing what we doing,
Right,
if that's what you want to do. Hell no, he gonna need a cigar after the damn counseling trip. He wanna know who all gonna be there. That's the thing we as Black folks always want to know. Who all gonna be there? She's like,
it's an important question.
Maurice and Kimmy and the Whitlows. He's like, damn, can't it just be Kimmy and Maurice? Why the Whitlows gotta come? Shit.
I would definitely feel more comfortable telling my personal business in front of Kimmy and Maurice because I feel like they probably know a lot of it anyway. But
Well, he don't even know he's gonna be telling his personal business. He just don't want to hang with Whitlow. Shit, he was like, I mean, he was all right by himself, but you talking about him and his wife together. He already know they got damn issues. I don't want to hear this shit. So she claimed it's gonna be a couple trips without fighting. And he is like, it gotta be a fight. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be you and her. When you find out what it's really about, it's gonna be the two of y'all.
Where there's so many options, there'll probably be a couple of different fights.
Yeah. So we end up at Mel's hosting gig. Martell shows up with the kid. They're happy to see their mom. The mom takes them off to go get refreshments and leave the two of them alone. And it's awkward as hell. And you know, they do the little.
Do you think so he was all in this space of like a couple reasons. I'm not going to do you like you did me. So when you have an event, then I'm going to bring the kids because that's going to make you look like you don't cooperate and it makes me look like I do, Ben. Okay. I think that was the first incentive. I think the second incentive was, this is probably a big deal in Huntsville, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? And so how else
he wants to be there?
He wanted to be there.
Well, they go down memory lane, showing when they were Team Hope.
Nobody asked for that, but okay, that was real cute.
And clearly, they didn't work through it. So maybe this is the beginning of them working through it, because clearly we see now they're co-parenting better. So that's how that episode.
That's a good thing, though. Them co-parenting. I think people are making a bigger deal out of it than what it is, because at the end of the day, more time has gone by. And I think because Melanie cut him off, he knows that if he don't act right, then he will have no access to whatever it is she got going on.
He don't act right now until she publicly meet somebody in this public with that person.
That's when he gonna snap back.
Yep. I think right now he probably hoping he feel like he got a little way to get back up in there.
I feel like Melanie is living her best life, and going back to that is not something she has any desire to do. Wait, but what about that mid-season? Like for the next
next season, we get to see this fight. We get to see this counseling session.
Okay, stop. Smash that on the button to subscribe to our channel.
We're not done yet. There's more.
I don't care. Smash that on the button to subscribe to our channel. No more grandma.
He wants some done.
Find it.
Peace, y'all.